Many people say things like, sickness is never God's will. They also say things like, never pray, if it be your will. They say that kind of prayer lacks faith. They will claim that healing is always God's will. That all sounds nice, but is it biblical? What does Scripture actually say? Paul, an apostle of Jesus, speaks several times about his bodily illness. He said that the Galatians would have tore out their eyes and given them to him if they could. Why did he mention that? Because his eyes were likely failing. In Galatians 6:11, Paul says, "See with what large letters I have written." Why is he writing in large letters? Probably because he can't see well. Acts 23 says, Paul looked intently at the council, but he did not recognize that he was speaking to the high priest, likely because his eyes were bad. In 2 Corinthians 12, he begged God 3 times to heal him, and God said no. So is healing truly always God's will? According to Scripture, no. These people also say that sickness is never from God. But in 1 Samuel 5, God gave an entire city tumors. In Deuteronomy 28, he says himself that he sends disease and fever. So is sickness truly never from God? No. That is not true either. They say that praying for his will is a faithless prayer. But Jesus himself told us to pray, "Your will be done." And he himself prayed, "Not my will, but yours." So is praying for God's will truly faithless? Is it a sign of weak faith? Or is it a faith that trusts in God, even when you might not like what he does? Prosperity gospel is not just about money. It includes things like word of faith and declarations. And these things are just as dangerous and just as deceptive. Beware of these false teachings.